Welcome back everybody to another video. I'm DK.
I'm Sharkman.
Welcome back everyone to another video. I'm DK. And guys, yes, I am doing voiceover for this video. I went back through all these videos we filmed this one day. We had filmed Zelda episodes 2 through 4 and Mario 64 episodes 7 through 8 on the same day. And when I went back and looked at the audio for these videos, it was all messed up. We usually turn on a fan to block out any noises in the background. But we had the fan too close to the camera, so all you hear is like this blowing fan in your ear. So I decided I'm going to do voiceover for all of it, but I'm going to keep our images of us playing the game in the corner so you know how we react to certain things. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. If you do, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you for bearing with us as we go through this. I'll try to iterate what's going on and where we're what we're kind of thinking in the moment. Honestly, I don't really remember, but I'll do my best. Right now, we are trying to figure out which world we were supposed to go to next, so yeah, that's what we're looking for. I watched a lot of the videos for people playing this game, so I remembered that we were supposed to go to the Boo mansion place. I know, I shouldn't be watching ahead for what we're supposed to do next, but I felt like we just wouldn't, we weren't progressing the way that we thought we should, so I did a little research a few days before, so I had some fresh memory of what we were supposed to do, and so we can keep the video shorter. David was obsessed with trying to knock out these ghosts. For some reason it was bothering him. He decided he wanted to take all of the ghosts before we could move on. When we first saw this mansion, I thought, oh my gosh, it's Luigi's mansion. Even some of the music in it sounds like it's from Luigi's mansion. So I instructed David on everything I can remember for this level. Basically, you gotta knock out several ghosts in order to bring in Big Boo. So you can fight Big Boo and knock him out and get the star for this first star. I also guided him to figure out how to get out of from the basement, essentially. I also told him that this room we would come back to later to complete another challenge. For some reason, this elevator gave him a lot of problems when we got to the top. He got blown up. And the eyeball knocked him down, so he had to go all the way down, jump off, and get back on to be able to go back up. I cannot believe an eyeball almost him here. So like I said before, he had to defeat these three little ghosts. In order to bring out the big boss fight. I also told him how you could defeat uh, the eyeball. I know that if I didn't look up how to do this, we would end up not being able to complete some of these challenges. Sometimes it takes us forever to figure out what we're supposed to do and end up wasting a lot of time doing that, and that's why the videos are longer than usual. And so I decided to just try to figure out what we're supposed to do in order to, you know, keep us from doing really long videos. Because I know when I asked you guys, like, if you like longer videos or shorter videos, you guys said between 20 to 30 minutes. So in order to be able to keep that consistent, I decided to look up some things on how to accomplish that. Like, Mario games are a little more difficult than Sonic games, especially when it comes to figuring out what exactly you have to do. Sonic games usually are like really straightforward, while like Mario, even though I love figuring out what you're supposed to do and everything, on video it's really hard to keep it short and everything. I forgot that David failed the first time simply because uh, figuring out like how to defeat Boo without looking. He kept looking at Boo when he was fighting and ended up, uh, well, getting destroyed. And now he has to go through the whole process again of getting those low ghosts. But now he knows where they are, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Honestly, David and I have very similar playing styles, except for like when I play, like I do a lot of exploring, and I often wonder what he's thinking while I'm doing that. Cause like for me, when I watch him sometimes, I'm like, can't we just move on? We can come back to do that later, kind of thing. I got like some really extreme OCD in that matter. But I try to be patient and let him play the way he wants to. But I guess part of it is like when we play on camera, different like it feels like more pressure, just because I want everyone to enjoy it. While like when I play leisurely, like there are parts that are very boring to watch. So I yeah, I know that when I watch people and they like do that where they aren't continuing the story and everything, it kind of gets a little annoying. But you gotta do what you gotta do. To be honest, I really do enjoy watching David play because he does some stuff that's really funny. It's just sometimes, and I know that I probably annoy him when I don't just do what is required of me. That's kind of how it is when you're just an observer and you're not actually playing. First star done. I know 100% that we would not have known where to go for this, even though it says merry-go-round and all that kind of stuff. I probably would have thought of, oh, we just gotta defeat the eyeballs or something. But no. And I really hate looking up stuff while we're videoing, because then our talking is not as consistent and it goes quiet and it can be boring. So being able to know kind of what we're getting ourselves into really helps keep things interesting. To be honest, when I edit videos, I don't know exactly what to keep and what not to keep, because I don't like, because it's like kind of a full play walkthrough, I end up not wanting to cut out too much. So I end up keeping a lot of stuff that probably could be kept out, but Still learning here. David doesn't seem to like to do the jumping thing. He wants to punch the ghosts instead. That's why you gotta ground pound instead of punching the ghosts. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, we did change rooms. The reason it's very girly is because it was our sister's room, and we are not going to be painting it for a while. We had hoped to get the curtains down sooner, but yeah, that's not happening for a while. So yeah, I always meant to explain this, but we never really like got a chance to announce it, or I forgot. So yeah. So usually when we do the 8 coin challenge, we also do the 100 coin challenge. So we end up going around collecting all the gold coins before we go and get the red coins. We might collect a few here and there, but we don't get the last one until we have all of the gold coins. And so I guided David around to the different rooms and the different outside places that he could collect coins. So yeah, I was amazed at how many coins you could get outside, honestly. Also, the fact that this seemed like one of the easier places to get coins and to complete the challenge. I think the ocean one was the hardest one to get all the 100 coins. From what I remember, I can't remember if it was the first one or the second one that we had the hardest time finding coins, but then it seems like it gets easier the longer that we go. I'm amazed we got like a little over a quarter of the coins simply from outside. This eyeball was very stubborn for a little while until it finally caught on. I keep telling him that you can't look at them when you ground pound, but sometimes it is difficult, especially when you were surrounded by uh, so many. Yeah, I told him about the secret coin behind the piano. I cannot believe that piano came alive. It was very creepy to me. We are now a little more than halfway done with collecting the 100 coins. Which again, I'm very surprised about. Man, this music still reminds me of Luigi's Mansion. I'm guessing it also kind of reminds me of that one level in Mario Sunshine when he goes to the hotel and he has to go against the different ghosts. Oh, I can't wait to play it. Mario Sunshine was one of the games I grew up with. Was one of the few games my brother let me play on his GameCube. I never could finish it though. So it's gonna be fun to be able to finish it this time. A lot of the Mario games we had growing up were basically just uh, the sports versions. You know, like Mario Tennis, Mario Golf. Uh, yeah. So Mario Sunshine, I think, was the only one we grew up with that was like just a regular one. We also had Luigi's Mansion. I never played that. I was too afraid of it when I was a kid. I was a scaredy cat, guys. But then, as we grew older, we got like Mario Galaxy, um, Super Mario Brothers. What else do we have? I mean, we played like the old, like the very, like the older Mario games. Um, the older Super Mario Brother games, like on GameCube and Game Boy. Never played Mario 64. It was awesome when one of our friends bought us uh like the games of Mario Galaxy, Mario 64, and Mario Sunshine in one package. Uh, so yeah, so happy about that. Also, I'm sorry about this line that keeps coming in the middle of our videos. Usually, if we've been filming for a while, the OBS on my computer uh, can't really capture stuff very well because of it heating up so much. So annoying. But you have to deal with, use what you have because we're not the richest people, so we can't afford to get a better computer right now. But for those who have been supporting us despite our terrible kind of footage and stuff, thank you. We really appreciate it. Also, thanks for all the comments, guys. Really, really appreciate all the kind comments and stuff. YouTube has been kind of like our place that we could be ourselves, and you get to see our reactions to games and stuff. I feel like we're kind of like really big nerds in some way. Um, and we're not the best gamers, but we enjoy playing games so much. I mean, that's the best thing about playing games is just having fun and doing it together. So we're trying to find the remaining 11 coins at this point. It's usually the last few that are the hardest to find. One more. There we go. We got the 100 coin star. Doink. And now we can go collect the last red coin and get the star for that. Wrong door. It was the next door. I was confused where the star ended up because they didn't show it until we walked out. And there you have it, guys. We were able to collect so many stars in this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, like this video, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.